Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Dollis and today I'm going to talk about Kyverno. Kyverno is an open source policy management engine for Kubernetes. Now, before talking more about Kyverno, for all the users, those who are new to Kyverno and also new to Kubernetes, I will give a quick introduction regarding what Kubernetes is, and then we'll jump towards our today's topic, and that is Kyverno. Kubernetes is an open source container orchestration platform that automates deployment, scaling, and managing your containerized application. So, in short, it helps you to manage your containerized application. Now, this may seem pretty straightforward, but Kubernetes is fairly complex and is a topic of discussion for some other day. Today, we are going to talk about Kyverno, like what is Kyverno, why it is needed, and I'll also be giving you a quick demo of how to install Kyverno on your Kubernetes cluster and how to create a policy using Kyverno. All the Kubernetes has a rich set of features and is a robust container orchestration platform. It does have some limitations. Managing Kubernetes cluster at scale with multiple teams using it is not easy. Ensuring that all the developers follow the best practice is even more challenging. Kubernetes by default is not secure and it needs to be customized to be compliant with security best practice. Not to forget, managing granular Kubernetes configuration and best practice compliance for multiple application and team is complex and increasingly become a Herculean task. So, Kyverno can help address these challenges. Kyverno can validate your configuration with the ability to enforce compliance by blocking policies or just reporting violation in audit mode. Kyverno can also mutate, that is, change existing configurations or generate new configurations to ensure that the Kubernetes configuration is in line with your standards. Kyverno is an open source Kubernetes native policy engine that helps you define policies using Kubernetes compliant manifests. Kyverno uses the Kubernetes admission webhook to validate, mutate, and generate Kubernetes resources. Using Kyverno, a central platform team can define policies and ensure the configurations are compliant with the standards. The best thing about Kyverno is it does not require learning a new programming language to define a policy. Creating and operating a policy is really straightforward. So let's start with a quick demo on how you can install Kyverno on your Kubernetes cluster, and then I'll be showing you how you can create a policy using Kyverno. So I have my Kubernetes cluster over here, and this is basically a one node cluster. I have deployed Kyverno already on this cluster. Let's see whether the services are up. I'll quickly show you what I have done. So I have installed Kyverno in this namespace. Let's see whether the deployment is up. Yes, it is. So what I've done is I've deployed it using Helm. I just used the 3 commands and that's how I got it installed. You can also use this, and using this one command, and using this manifesto file, Kyverno will be installed and deployed on your cluster. So now the second thing is we need to create a policy. There is a simple basic policy that's not much complicated. We can try creating this policy and see whether it works for us. So what this policy says is, this is a kind cluster policy. It has a name, it has certain rules. It has resources where this policy needs to be enforced on, like it needs to be enforced on pods. You can add more Kubernetes object in this list if you want to. There's this message that gets popped up whenever this policy is, whenever there's an error or whenever this policy is in action. And what it basically does, it is going to check this label on every pod, and if it has this label, then the pods will be deployed by the Kubernetes. If it doesn't, then it will be blocked and there'll be no creation of the pod. So let's quickly okay, we can see that this policy is created. If you want to check once, let's see, cluster. Okay, cluster view policy. Okay, we have our require labels policy over here. Now let's try to run a deployment. CTL run nginx. So it doesn't allow us to deploy an Nginx uh, pod. It says that deployment is depreciated. Okay, was blocked due to the following policies, and the required label is the policy name, and it says that validation error label is required, validation rule, or to check for labels failure pass through. So it clearly says you that the label is required and Kyverno has blocked because of this policy. So now let's try creating it with label. Okay, I've created this, it doesn't work, it shows us the same error. We are going good. Let's check again. Okay, and we can see the deployment is created. So that's how it is. That's how easy it is to create a policy. So today we talked about what Kyverno is and how it can be used. We installed Kyverno with just a few clicks and created our first policy. If you would like to secure your workload on your cluster or want to automate any Kubernetes configuration policy, try out Kyverno and let me know how it works for you. Installation instructions, sample policies for pod securities, best practice compliance, and other automation use cases are available at kyverno.io or Kyverno GitHub page. Meanwhile, I'll create some more videos on different types of policies and dig a little bit deeper into Kyverno. Till then, have a nice day. Bye bye.